Let's get one thing straight. What they did to you wasn't just cruel. It was clinical, strategic, sick. The kind of sick that doesn't come from confusion, but from calculation. They knew exactly what they were doing, and they still did it. With a smirk, with silence, with that fake innocence they wear like cheap perfume. But the stench, it's still in the air, still choking every room your name is mentioned in. They studied you like a threat, marked you like a problem, targeted you like a lab rat. And when the damage didn't break you, when your mind didn't collapse under the pressure, they panicked, because that wasn't part of their plan. You were supposed to fold, to disappear, to lose your voice in the fog of self-doubt they handcrafted for you. But instead, you made it, and not just made it. You remembered every single detail, chosen. One pause. If this message already feels like it's crawling down your spine, like it was meant for you, press the like button and subscribe. This ain't just content. This is the retaliation. This is how we weaponize truth. They've been praying you'd stay quiet. But guess what? The silence broke them, not you. See, here's what they didn't count on: the aftermath, the eerie calm that rolls in once the storm passes and you're still standing. That awkward shift when the whispers dry up, when they realize you never needed their version of the story to survive. You had your own, and it's better, sharper, unfiltered. They thought they were building your funeral, but they accidentally built your legend. You ever notice how they flinch when your name comes up now? How the same people who laughed in the group chat suddenly go ghost when your truth hits the timeline? That's because you didn't just survive what they did. You documented it. And you weren't supposed to. You weren't supposed to keep your receipts. But oh, you did. You kept them like war trophies. And now, the entire script has flipped. Let's be real. What was done to you, this wasn't bullying. This was a psychological experiment disguised as relationships, a sadistic little hobby they performed behind the mask of concern, loyalty, or worse, love. They didn't just hurt you. They invested in your destruction, emotionally, socially, strategically. You were gaslit until your sanity became a scavenger hunt. You were isolated until walls started whispering. You were made to feel like you were the villain, when all along you were just the mirror reflecting their sickness back at them. And they hate mirrors. But now, tables turned. Now you're not the freak, you're the feature. You're the damn headline, because the world's waking up and seeing what you've seen all along. That this wasn't just some bad chapter, it was a textbook case. And if they don't study what happened to you, it's gonna keep happening to others. So let them choke on your success. Let them drown in your peace. You didn't go through all that hell to become humble. You came out like a goddamn force. And now the same people who tried to bury you can't stop checking your page like addicts looking for a fix. They hate you, but they can't look away, because you've become something they never expected. Undeniable. You don't need to scream to be heard. Your existence is a volume they can't turn down, and that scares them more than anything, because deep down, they know if the world ever hears your full story, it's over. The lies collapse, the masks fall, and they lose control of the narrative forever.